Hello, and welcome back. YouTube work, two kids, active lifestyle, and a house to manage. How do I do it all is the question I get asked a lot. Honestly, I don't do it all. But what helps me stay on track is my weekly rhythm. And that's why I'm sharing my weekly flow to give you some ideas and help you balance your work and get things done without feeling burned out. I have always suffered from Monday blues. Call it the aftermath of the weekend, and that's why Mondays are my low key days. I give more priority to video work and less time at home. I believe in a slow start to the week in the housework, and to make a fresh start, I begin with home refresh. Means I basically spend time changing bed sheets, duvet covers, fresh towels, hand towels, or furnishings wherever necessary. Also, changing bedding is an easy and quick tick off. It changes the whole vibe of the room instantly and gives a subtle motivation to continue with other regular chores. The idea is fairly simple: to give my mind a signal of a kickstart, touching up on not so tough mundane home chores, and still get something done. Well, there is a very slight difference between the rhythm and a routine. Although they go hand in hand, but where routine gives a structure, fixed time, and schedule to my day, rhythm allows me to choose the work and flow naturally depending on my time and energy. Meaning, I stick to my time of work, but the work varies. And this breaks the boredom and compulsion of doing tasks. Honestly, this idea of dividing my work based on my energy, mood, and circumstances has really helped me feel productive by the end of the week. Not necessarily your rhythm should match mine, but you can always shuffle chores and see what makes you feel happier and content by the end. So, if you also feel the same on Mondays, then I'll say pick up work that doesn't feel heavy but still counts. Pick up something that excites you, feel creative, something that is less burdensome and doesn't feel like a typical house chore to start your week with. Did you notice that how changing the furnishing suddenly feels like I have cleaned and organized the entire room, be it my dining space or my bedroom? Minimum effort but maximum result. So, if you have to pick that one chore to begin your week with, what would that be? Write in the comment and let's see what excites us homemakers on Monday mornings. Tuesdays are when the momentum starts building up, but I still prioritize my office work and save my energy for something exciting. Gladly, I'm fond of cooking, and that aligns my chakra with my chores. Jokes apart. Well, on Tuesdays, I do pick some mundane tasks, but I balance them by cooking something exciting or trying a new dish that I've been wanting to make for a long time. One such dish was chikkar chole, so I tried making it last week. For that, I added some whole spices to the soaked chole and pressure cooked them for 3 whistles. While that was cooking, I started prepping for Matar Masala Pulao to eat with the chole. For the pulao, I sliced onion and red and green chilies. Next, in a kadai, I added some oil and let the cumin seeds crackle. Then I fried some cashews along with the whole spices. Next, I added the chopped chilies and sauteed them well. After that, I added the sliced onions and peas and cooked them until tender. Once the pulao masala was ready, I added the cooked rice with some salt and our Matar Masala Pulao was done. Now for the chikkat chole, I took some boiled chole and ground them in a mixer with ginger, garlic, coriander stems, half a boiled potato and half a cup of curd. This mixture actually gives a very creamy texture to the chole, which actually segregates chikkat chole from the ordinary ones. For the tadka, I heated some oil in a kadai, added cumin seeds and sauteed finely chopped onions. Usually a lot of oil is used while making the masala to prevent it from sticking to the bottom, but I wanted to go easy on the oil and use less. Next went hing, turmeric, coriander powder, red chili powder, Kashmiri red chili powder and chole masala. I cooked the spices well, adding a little water to prevent from burning. Once the spices were cooked, I added the prepared chole and curd paste and cooked it well. Then I added the boiled chole and mixed everything together until it reached a creamy, smooth consistency. Finally, I added a little tempering of ghee on top and garnished it with finely chopped coriander and kasuri methi. I loved my plate of food. Something different from our regular meal, healthier, home cooked and inviting. Everyone enjoyed it and that little praise motivated me further for the rest of the week. Daily cooking looks like a chore, but exciting cooking feels like a choice. And so this added variation in my daily routine helps me with my home management momentum. Come Wednesday, I'm at my peak energy. With most of my office work ticked off, midweek is the best time to utilize my time and effort in doing something rigorous and demanding at home. Wednesdays are when I pick deep cleaning projects in the house. See, the simple logic of my rhythm is doing things with willingness and not force, because the results vary in both. When I'm fully into my chore, I see better effects, lasting results, and incredible satisfaction. This week, I chose to deep clean my kitchen exteriors because I could see gunk building up. You know how we often feel that house chores are endless because they come in rotation, but isn't that the beauty of it? Instead of doing the same thing every time, we have a variety of tasks to choose from, and that too in as many ways and methods.
Autumn comes too soon.
For instance, I saw this amazing cleaning scraper online and I knew I needed it. It just scrapes off stuck gunk or grime so easily, which means saying bye-bye to rigorous scrubbing. At this throwaway price, finding this gem felt like such a win. It comes with one scraper that holds a blade to scrape things off, along with 3 extra blades for future use. The handle has an opening and closing mechanism to insert and change the blades if needed. The best part is that these blades are sharp enough to scrape even the thinnest layer of grime off the surface, and the results are so satisfying. Installing the blades is very easy, and using the tool overall is also very convenient. For example, there were some stubborn paint marks on my kitchen floor, and see how quickly they came off. Similarly, it was so satisfying to scrape off the gunk stuck in the corners of the countertop, which is otherwise very tough to get rid of. Either scrubbing takes too long or the result is incomplete. But with this magical tool, you can deep clean any smooth surface in the house with utmost perfection. This tool is equally helpful if you have pigeons messing up the balcony, stuck grime in the bathroom, or the sticky mess created by kids in their room. Once the countertop was done, I moved on to deep cleaning the kitchen floor. Kitchen floors are the most used space, so I make sure I deep clean them once a month with a professional floor cleaner. Even though the floor gets cleaned daily, the dirt stuck in the grout only gets removed with regular scrubbing.
Just yet, I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon.
Come midweek, and I make the best use of my high energy by picking such tough jobs. Some days I deep clean balconies, appliances, or vacuum all the rooms. But dedicating just 1 hour to deep cleaning a section of the house helps take a major job off the list for the month. Things done on rotation keeps the house clean, give immense satisfaction, and take away the pressure of doing everything in one day. This rotational cleaning is the only formula to keep my house clean and tidy most days. I feel that once or twice a week is a very small ask to even think about procrastinating. With a flexible rhythm, I feel less compulsion to work. Instead, I move with highly positive mindset and can maintain this rhythm every week. So I can have a fun and relaxed weekend with my family. The excitement of the weekend actually motivates me to complete some long pending tasks. I had managed to do the seasonal change of everyone's wardrobe except mine. That's because I have a ton of clothes. No, I cannot follow capsule or minimal dressing when it comes to garments because nice clothing are my other obsession in life. Not that I buy a lot of them, but I maintain them so well that it becomes hard to discard garments that are still well kept and look almost new. But once everything is arranged, I feel happy to indulge in them. So basically, one day in a week is dedicated to arranging and decluttering. And trust me, a minimum of 2 tough jobs in a week are enough to sort out those house chores in long run. And if you think it takes too much time, then no. Dedicate just 1 or 2 hours daily to doing something that counts and tick off those major to-dos. But for that, knowing what needs to be done is more important than struggling to finish everything at once. When I know my big jobs, I simply do them in my rhythm, and voila, a productive week with a pat on the back. The wardrobe is fully arranged. I'm happy that winter is over and suddenly there is so much space in the wardrobe. Gym clothes, cotton suits, cord sets, basic tees, cotton dresses, linens, and everything else. Now you tell me, with so many styles, how can a woman not have a lot? No need to reply to that. Since I had some extra time today, I thought of picking up a forgotten drawer in the house where I had dumped all kinds of hardware and tools. We have a transferable job and use different hardware from time to time to arrange the house, so I decided to organize them all for better visibility and to arrange the space more efficiently. I got this section container to organize all these small knickknacks. Organizers like these are great for keeping similar items together while maintaining the needed separation. And by the way, if you notice, these are not regular chores. These are the tasks that needs to be done once in a while and then remain sorted for months. So while it may look like a lot of work, we also need to understand that some jobs are just one-time tasks and need attention only once or twice a year.
Because no one can be perfect. It was just one kiss, but that don't justify it. I know what I did was wrong.
Now I'll quickly arrange the drawer and declutter things alongside it. Like section boxes, I use this section tray to keep the regularly used tools.
We say goodbye. Baby, I'm too fed up with us. I can't take no more screaming, hurting each other's feelings. Baby, I'm just too tired to talk, and you don't wanna listen. It's better we leave it all behind. It hasn't always been like this. Remember when we were in love? You were always there for me.
In the next drawer, I'll keep the other tools along with the nail and bit kit that I purchased from IKEA, and of course, a hammer next to the nails.
We bring each other down right now, and I don't even know why.
I will line the next drawer by reusing this paper bag so it stays neat.
Baby, I'm too fed up with
I'll store the metal cleaning tool in separate containers so I can find it easily when needed.
feelings. Baby, I'm just too tired to talk, and you don't wanna listen.
I'll also have this handyman kit which comes with its own box. And lastly, I'll keep some extra bulbs here as well.
See you walking out the door. It's better this way, you know this ain't
And likewise, I'll arrange everything else.
something that we should have done a long time ago. You know I think we should say goodbye. Maybe I'm too fed up with us. I can't take no more screaming, hurting each other's feelings. Baby, I'm just too tired to talk, and you don't wanna listen.
After decluttering and organizing it all, I now have a last drawer empty. And that's the power of organizing space. And with that once in a while task, my Thursday is spent right. Fridays are usually my meal prep days, and even if it's not elaborate, I make sure I do something related to meal prepping. Because even the simplest meal prep contributes to good health. My meal prepping depends a lot on how much I already have on my plate that day. Today I also had some video work left And it was a leg day in gym, so I didn't go overboard with prepping. I have a sweet tooth and often crave something sweet after lunch. So I found a simple solution for that, making a seed powder for myself.
The world seems so hollow.
I have tried many ways to add flax seeds to my diet for their added benefit of omega 3 and hormonal balance, but nothing really worked consistently. So I thought pairing this problem with my sweet craving might give me the perfect solution.
Realized I'm in love.
I dry roasted some seeds and nuts and then ground them into a coarse powder.
So now we're here. I'm anxious and it shows, but I need to speak my mind. 'Cause through all these years, I wanted you to know what's hiding deep inside. Ooh, the world seems so hollow. Ooh, without you by my side. Ooh, from the moment I dared to follow a whispering voice inside, I realized I'm in love. Yeah, I realized I'm in love. Do you feel the same? Your eyes, they kinda say, through all these years, I was meant to be something else.
To begin with, the intention was to make flaxseed laddus, but I realized that they require a lot of ghee and jaggery to bind them. Also, I didn't want a bigger portion size. So, to avoid those extra calories, I kept the mixture in a coarse powder form and it turned out amazing. 2 teaspoons are all I need to eat daily, and this is exactly the kind of thing that not only curbs my sweet craving in a healthier way, but also helps me consume nuts and seeds effortlessly. This took me just 15 minutes in total, but a complete batch was ready that will last me for a month.
So now we're here.
Despite dedicating a day to it, meal prepping is one task I distribute throughout the week. I consistently give an extra 10 to 15 minutes in the kitchen to prepare something in advance. Meals are the biggest daily demand, so working on them regularly makes everything easier. Like today, since I had less time, I just prepared the seed powder and refilled my pantry. But Fridays are great for meal prepping since weekends are mostly for restocking and refilling. A little planning and consistency reduce the overload, and that's my best bet to avoid feeling repulsed by any work.
A whispering voice inside, I realized I'm in love. Yeah, I realized I'm in love. Do you feel the same? Your eyes, they kinda say, through all these years, I was meant to be something
Come Saturday, the happy hormones start kicking in, and my attention moves towards picking the additional fun chores of the house. Chores that feel more like a hobby than work, like decorating a corner of the house. I decided to change the setup of my dressing table. My friend gave me this very beautiful stole with gold detailing, but I don't really wear stoles. So I decided to use it on my dressing table as a runner, and it looked so pretty. If you also have some old dupattas or stoles, try using them for decor as well.
I couldn't see what you saw in me.
Then I place the usual items back on my dressing table, switching a few elements around to refresh the decor. And suddenly the space looked new without much effort. Just like that, one small corner of my house was revamped.
Waiting for a moment to step in. And I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all. Yeah, I will love you for it all. It is hard to share my thoughts.
The season is also changing, and it's time for the plants to enjoy the fresh transition. Taking care of plants at this stage gives amazing results. So while I pick those fun chores on Saturday, taking care of my plants is also added to the list. I trim the dry edges, clean the leaves, and loosen the soil to help the roots breathe better. This is also the right time to add fertilizers to the soil.
You're staying. When I look back, I can see you're hiding. Waiting for a moment to step in.
On a regular day, I water the plants when needed. But on Saturdays or such fun chore days, I also check and treat them thoroughly once in a while. While bigger actions help maintain the upkeep of the home, small things like these contribute to the happiness and health of the house. If you are struggling and juggling between work and home, I would say always prioritize your work and adjust your home rhythm accordingly. While house help takes care of my daily chores, I utilize my time and energy for other important things that only I can do, and that's the only way things run in this house.
It's like cutting
All in all, prioritizing work, dividing tasks, targeting small wins, balancing heavy and light loads, and staying focused on things we enjoy helps in creating a happy and healthy home.
Just give me some time, 'cause I need to know that you're staying. When I look back, I can see you're hiding. Waiting for a moment to step in.
Also, keeping routine the same but choosing your own rhythm helps in enjoying even the most mundane jobs. So the question comes back, do I do it all? Well, I would say nobody needs to do it all. Do some, but do it daily. And that's my mantra for happy homemaking. And with that, I hope this video gives you some ideas on balancing your work, home, and self. Do like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed watching. Also, share your thoughts in the comment section. And I'll see you in my next video very soon.